Night, the internet phone in. How amazing is that? I can't believe it. Show number 101. Now, that's not bad, is it, when you think about it? You know, all we've been through together, all our wonderful chat, that sort of idea. Just outstanding. Show 101. So I think I'll say, welcome to show 101. Welcome to show 101. How about that, guys? Is that not amazing? Welcome to show 101. Fantastic. Monday through until Saturday. And there we go, 101 shows. Now, good evening. Lovely to have you with us, Scott's Mail 2021. And welcome to our TikTok for tonight, this Friday night. Lots to ask about and lots to chat to you about as well. We'll nip and see if the telephones are working. Good evening, Scottie, DINKY-DOO from Pablo and Vicky. How fantastic. Lovely to have you with us, guys. And a big DINKY-DOO. Right, I think the phones are working, so we'll see how they go. Who do we have here? You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in. Can you hear me? Hello, DINKY-DOO. Stick with us, of course. We'll just check that everything's absolutely there. Always a good thing to do. See what is what. Hang on a wee second. Yes, indeed. That's it. There we are. Yeah, well, absolutely. So we should be able to hear you. All is well. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Watching in Spain yet again, mate. Evening, Scottie, and all the team. Hello?
Hello, Scottie, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can indeed, Pablo, yes.
Yeah, I'm fast off the blocks tonight, Scottie, being the first caller.
You're very fast off. This is better than the old phone-in, says all the sevens. Hello, my dearest Dinky. Good evening, Scottie. DINKY-DOO, hope you are well. Whoa, busy tonight, Pablo, I can tell you.
Scottie, don't need the wizard on the switchboard.
I don't think we do. We just have to get on with it, don't we?
That's it. Well, Scottie, I've got a few things for you today, right?
Good man, let's hear it.
Right, people are going to probably think this is quite feminist, but what does me head in is when women say labour is the most painful thing in the world.
Labour is the most... Pablo, are you talking into your kit tonight?
Can you hear me now? I took it off loudspeaker, is it better?
I'll just see. How's that? Try again.
Right, so can you hear me now, Scottie?
Yeah, that's a bit better, Pablo, I have to say.
Yeah, right, that loudspeaker wasn't working very well. So, yeah, what does me head in is when women say labour is the most painfulest thing in the world a person could go through.
Right, so Labour is the most painful thing in the world, not the political party.
No, actually going through childbirth.
Yeah, do you think it is, or do you think that they make a lot more of that?
Well, being a child from a family of 6, I never heard my mum moan about labour. I've actually seen my partner in labour. It's not the nicest thing to see a person go through. You know, as a man and as a parent, yeah, it's supporting. But it comes down to this. The women turn around and say, well, at the end of it, you get a beautiful baby. But you don't see a man standing there and say, kick me in the nuts and we'll go again. So I think being kicked in your nuts is more painful than child labour.
Yeah, well, I'll not go into too much of that because obviously it's a little bit on the coarse side. There we go. But, you know, I don't think any sort of pain is really a particularly good thing at all. And it would be quite nice. I mean, I would imagine that nowadays they've got lots of sort of things to do with pain.
Yeah, you've got the epidural, but even a nature program.
Okay, I think it's an epidural.
Yeah, epidural. But
yeah, I think epicural's more sort of like a delicatessen.
It just basically numbs the back and the spine, which is where the pressure is when they're pushing. It's a lot on the back and the spine.
That's right.
But Scottie, if you look at nature programs or you've ever seen a dog giving birth, it doesn't look so much in agony. You can see a giraffe that has had a baby, the massive giraffe drop off, and the giraffe just run off like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
It's one of the most naturalist things in the
world. And it's quite a sort of fall for the baby if the giraffe's sort of not lying down.
Yeah. So
You know, a giraffe once tried to borrow a $5 off me.
Who's trying to borrow a $5?
A giraffe.
A giraffe.
And I said to him, I said, you've got some, Nick.
I've never heard that one. Anyway, Scottie, away from labour, pregnancy, whatever, I just thought you might get some women phoning up.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would like the ladies to phone up and tell us, is childbirth really particularly painful, or is there a lot made of it?
Well, yeah.
Is there anybody who's had a kid that hardly noticed it at all? You know, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, because I know everyone's circumstances are different. Some people get, rushed in and 3 minutes later the baby's out. There's always, like my partner, who was in child labour for nearly 2 days. So I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt at all. I'm not shying away from that, but I think it's going to an extreme when they say it's the worst.
Right, well, what I shall do, Pablo, I shall put this out not just to one nation, but to all the nations watching tonight. And I shall ask, is childbirth, Jimmy says, you're having a giraffe, Scottie. That's a Scotticism for you're having a laugh. You say, are you having a giraffe with me?
Yeah, I've heard that one, Scottie.
Yeah.
Before I go, Scottie, I want to ask you something else. Right, I think since you've come on YouTube, you've not used a lot of your sayings, Scottie, like, we start through the door and we'll push.
We'll start out the door and step it through. Well, we are. I think I'm too busy actually trying to operate all the buttons. You know, to actually get out all my things, but we all start out the door and step it through.
I love them saying, Scottie. One
Yeah.
more thing I've noticed.
For the hard of thinking.
For the hard of thinking, I forgot that one.
We'll give the number nice and slowly for the hard of thinking.
Scottie, since I've been listening back to your old shows, right, and your new shows, I think your accent's changed a lot, Scottie, in the last 20 years. And would you put that down? I don't know if you noticed it, but if you have, would you put that down to being around a lot of different places in your life?
I think because of all the different places. See, I've worked in Aberdeen, in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, in Carlisle, in Stirling, in Newcastle, in Manchester, in Preston, in the Midlands, in Sheffield, twice, you know, for probably about 4 years in South Yorkshire over the piece.
Yeah, because when I was listening today, I actually watched, can't remember one, but it was one about a lady being annoyed, and I thought, has Scottie's accent changed, or is it maybe a different?
What you'll find is that it will change slightly because of the radio stations. So if it's a Scottish radio station, there's probably more Scots in the accent. Well, it's not an accent; it's my voice, really. And if it's a Yorkshire radio station, then we maybe have less Scottish, so people can understand.
Exactly, yeah. I was wondering if that's like a skill of yours, Scottie. Is it a bit of your skill as well?
Well, in Liverpool, it's quite difficult if you're not from Liverpool at first to understand all the Liverpool accents. But I ended up talking a bit like that myself, you know.
No, I know. Wherever you are, Scottie, it just rubs off on you a bit.
Yeah, it does rub off you a bit, and, but it's fantastic. I mean, to me, it's been an absolute privilege.
No, I can understand. When I was working in Worsley, Scottie, because it's a little bit more posher, I was only in the workplace. But when I was coming home, obviously, I spending most of the time working and go to bed. My brother said my accent's changing. I sound like I'm not from Salford.
Well, you see, they'll correct you down there if you say, where are you from? You say, I'm from Worsley. They say, I beg your pardon? I'm from Worsley. Where's that? Oh, Worsley! All right, okay. I know where you are. Yeah. Just the other side of Monton, isn't it?
You sound a bit like you're from Lee there, Scottie, Lee.
Yeah, you get a bit more Lee. You know, so
I'll let you crack.
No, I shall put that out to the nation. JD Cricket says, I was out to ask where is Martin. Lol can never get through with the Martin and Scottie show. Ooh.
Right then, I'm going to DINKY-DOO and listen to you, mate, with a cup of tea and a nice banana.
I love you lots. You take great care of thee.
Love you too, DINKY-DOO.
See you, Lala. There we are. That's our Pablo. What a top man. We love it. Hang on. Now then, there we go. Not been on for a few nights, Jerry. Aha. Hi, my first one was painful, says Vicky. My second, what's this? Hang on a minute here. Oh, here, we've got it all here, guys. My first one was very painful and had a lot of pain relief. My second was painful, but I imagined with none. Labour's the most painful thing I've experienced, and I've suffered a collapsed lung, says Vicky. Right, let's see who this is. You're live on Scottish Phone. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie man, it's Martin. How are you?
Martin, they were just asking when you can get through because they're calling it the Martin and Scottie Show.
Oh, I was watching some of your videos back today, and
Yes.
some of the old videos, and see the amount of abuse you're giving in the show, like saying, calling people a massive idiot and all that, and stupid and all that.
Yes.
Because you've got a concern of people calling people fat.
Yes.
And you don't like it.
Yes.
And basically, have you told someone to shut up on
Oh, of course, all the time.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you think that's swearing? No.
No.
Oh,
Shut your gob is not swearing.
No, aye.
It's old English because you used to chop your meat up into gobos. And you put it into your mouth, a gobbo.
Yeah. So how much cheek did you have from them when you started?
Oh, lots of cheek all the time. Very, very, very cheeky people.
Cool.
So there you are. Yes, absolutely shocking.
It's a very, very cold night tonight. Very cold night.
Yeah. Professor Numpty says, I'm going to complain to Scottie about the chat in here. I'm trying to comment on the show, but the comments disappear because of the personal chit-chat. So Professor Numpty wants all the people on the chat to stop chatting to each other.
Why?
And chat about the show.
That's really buying our border.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he wants. He says it's spoiling the chat, everybody chatting to each other and not chatting about the show.
People are still complaining about that Boris Johnson thing and the party still.
Yes. I think that'll go on for a wee while, to be honest. But I don't think we'll take up another show on it.
No.
The thing is, do we think he should have resigned over it? What do you think, Martin? Do you think Boris should have resigned?
Yes, because he shouldn't discuss it out to the public from the nation discussing it, because he's trying to scare the entire public to get them to feel sorry for him.
Right. Okay.
That's what I don't like.
Everyone, what's the phone number for Scottie, says Eddie. Eddie, can you not actually see it there? It should be up in front of you. 01416289795.
The phone number is 01416289795.
Thanks, Martin. That's great. That's appreciated. But it should be up. Is it not across the bottom of the screen?
Yes, that's because I'm watching it on the laptop on full screen.
Right, and has it come up now there at the bottom?
Yes, it's been there ever since you started.
Right, if I do this, are you watching it just now, Martin?
Yes, I am.
Right, does it change?
Yeah.
Good. Which is the best one? Is it better like that, or is it better like that?
It's bigger, big. It's bigger. I think that's better.
Right, or here's the other one coming up. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
There.
Maybe the other one's better.
Right, tell me what you think. I'll do this one. That's a good one, Is that a good one?
Yes,
Right, you like that one. We'll leave it at that just now because we can change them, you see.
How's your Glen Harry hat doing?
The Glen Gary.
Yeah.
Wait till I see. It's not a Glen Harry, it's a Glen Gary. Oh, I can see it there. I would need to reach over. You like the Glen Gary, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, yes, we like the Glen Gary. Excellent stuff. Well, what I'll do, Martin, I shall put this out to the nation as well.
Thank you. And I'm still watching Take the High Road, but I'll give you an update again when I
Yes, give me an update. Now, here's the other thing I need to ask you. There's been a lot of people chatting about the time we do the phone-in and saying it's a little bit late for them. And I wondered if we should start it at 8 o'clock.
I think I agree. 8 o'clock's a good time to start.
I think it's because, you see, we are on the internet, so it's different from the radio. And somebody said the problem tonight at 9 o'clock is it clashes with, is it Gogglebox?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is it Gogglebox you call something?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you find down the bottom of the screen, can you change it to blue or black? Because I think it's...
You prefer the blue, right? Well, just a minute till we see what we can come up with.
Because I find the white a bit too so in the eyeball.
How's that? That's better. Is that better? Or what about this one? Is that a beauty? What do you think?
I'm still looking at it.
Have a wee look. Take your time.
Keep it that one.
That one there. Right. We'll leave it at that just now. And if anybody's worried, we can change it.
And keep it, put out donation as well. Martin and I think it would be a good point to change the time to 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So from next week, we might look at 8 till 9. Because I think some of the people are getting a bit tired when it gets on for 10 o'clock.
I know. So that's better. So when you come off the phone, say that Martin has suggested 8 o'clock to have Scottie McCLUE show every night.
Right. I'll drop that in, Martin, and we'll see what's what. And listen, a big dinky-doo to you.
DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO, my dear man. Thank you very much. What a quality call. There we are. That's Martin. The Martin and Scottie Show. Now, Martin's suggesting as well that we look at 8 o'clock for the phone in from next week. What do we think? Here we go. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scottie. David.
David, how lovely to hear you and DINKY-DOO, Lala.
I'm kidding. I've been busy recently. Right. Scottie, no, don't change it to 8 o'clock, please.
Why not?
Martin, it's David. Martin, it's a friend. I speak to all the time. Martin, it's no Martin. It's got to be 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Well, right. Well, 10 o'clock, you see, is a bit late during the week for the listeners, the viewers.
Okay, right.
So I wondered if we try it at 8 o'clock, because you see, it's the internet, Davy. And people are getting a bit tired by 10. Have you noticed some of the older ones going night-night now at about 9:45?
Right, so, I understand, but you're going to take the weekend off now. You're going to relax the weekend.
Well, I'll be on tomorrow night. I mean, tomorrow morning, I'm on Johnston Sound, or Johnston Sound Radio. You'll get it on the internet.
Oh, Johnston Sound Radio? That's a good thing.
Yeah, Johnstone, as in Johnston in Renfrewshire. And I'm on with a real top man called Ron Seath. And Ron used to work with me at Scottish Television.
Very nice.
And he's very kindly does a brilliant show between 10 o'clock and midday on Johnston Sound. And yes, and you get it in Alexa as well. You can get it in that. And I'll be on his on from 10 till midday tomorrow. And I'll be popping up probably about 11 o'clock-ish.
Right, I need to write all this down. You think it's on Alexa Johnston?
I think it's on Alexa Johnston Sound. Johnsnt. John will come through with his pad and write it down.
John, quick. What do you write this down for me for Scottie? Right, Scottie, say it again, go.
So JOHN.
JOHN.
As in John, which you'll be familiar with.
John
STONE.
STNOE.
No, STONE, John Stone.
Johnstone.
Sound.
And Johnstone Sound.
Johnston Sound Radio. And if you Google that, you'll get the internet site. And it's the Ron Seath, SWETH, Ron Seath Nostalgia Show.
Ron Seath? No. John, my goodness.
Ron, RON,
RON,
SWETH,
S-W-E-T-H.
No,
that's right.
S-double-E.
S-W-E.
No, S-E-E.
S-E-E.
T-H. Ron Seath.
T-H.
Yeah, Ron
Right.
Seath. And it's The Nostalgia Show.
Don't you listen? R-N-S, what? He says R-O-N-S, what?
RNS, and he'll get, so Johnston Sound Radio, Ron Seath, The Nostalgia Show.
Right.
The Nostalgia Show, and it goes out between 10 o'clock and midday on a Saturday.
10 o'clock midday on a Saturday, John.
Right? And you'll get it either on the internet or through your Alexa.
Or through Alexa as well, yeah, that's good, right?
Say, Alexa, play me Johnston Sound.
Right, that's good. Just Pablo there, he was quite a wee bit interesting.
He was a big bit interesting about the childbirth, and he was saying, is it really a painful thing?
Well, my girlfriend years ago when the other daughter was born, I felt the pains for her. That's an old thing that happens. The dad feels the pains for the women.
Yes.
Honestly, I was in agony, and I was only like 15.
And yes, and you were just a wee thing.
Aye, honestly, nearly 16, but I was 15 when she was just born, nearly 16, kicked in.
I think what we're wanting to do, we're wanting to get the ladies phoning because the old Scottie McCLUE was very male orientated.
Well, that's what we heard last night, yeah, I get. All right, it's just a wee...
Although I don't mind, you see, as you know, nobody's different on here. I don't mind at all.
I love the ladies. Come on, ladies.
I love it, and I love when we get Dee on and wee Mrs. Woman. And
that's right, wee Dee.
Wee Dee, she's fantastic. You know what I mean? But I think we need a whole load of women on. I remember what I used to do, Davey. You'll love this. Scottie McCLUE, the big shows at night. And what we used to do, sometimes people say there's an awful lot of guys coming on. So I would say, right, tonight is ladies' night. Maybe that would be discriminating nowadays. But I would say...
Well, I'm not discriminating.
No, we're not. So I would say to give the girls a chance. To give the girls a chance, Davey, I used to say, tonight is ladies' night. Right? And then they would all phone, and then you'd have guys phoning going, hello, Scottie. And I says, is that you, Jimmy? And I, no, Scottie. It was all that nonsense. So all the guys were trying to pretend they were women.
Well, I'm half women, Scottie. I'm quite, you know...
Well, we're all half women. We're all half women. You see, that's the thing. It's a balance between your male-female side.
Oh, yes. I'm very high-pitched when I speak anyway, very high.
Oh, you've got a lovely voice. You've got a super voice.
Or a man's voice. You're right.
Oh, you're right there, son. Where you seeing, son, you know? It's all that kind of nonsense, isn't it?
I know.
Do you remember when you were young, you used to put a deep voice on to try and get a pint?
That's right. I mean,
could I have 2 pints of heavy, please?
Look at matey boy. Hi, matey boy. I'm not taking this anymore.
Matey boy, he's not been on for a while.
I know he's not. Where did he went?
We'll need to get him on now. What I was going to say, Davey, so that was the other funny thing. Another time we would say, there's too many, say there was too many Andrews coming on the show.
Too many Andrews?
Or too many Bobs, right? So I would say too many Bobbies on the show. So I would say things like, right, tonight you can't phone if your name's Bobby. And we used to get folk phoning up going, oi, my name's Bobby, what's wrong with it? I said, I'll have to cut you off. There's to be no Bobbies in the show tonight.
Oh, man, and we had one Derek before. Well, Derek went to, you're boring, David.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what's going on? Derek, he was bowering. He was from London, wasn't he? He was the boy that wanted a statue of Margaret Thatcher in Glasgow.
In George's Square.
Yeah, fat chance of that.
You're boring, David's boring, Scottie.
He was just jealous because he wished he was you.
Oh, he just wants to kiss me, so he does.
That's what's wrong with he's wanting a wee swing on your coattails.
Wait, I better let you go.
No, listen, it's lovely to talk to you. And tomorrow, around 11 o'clock, Johnston Sound, And you'll, as I say, you'll get it on the internet or on your Alexa, and it's the Ron Seath Nostalgia Show.
Good man, I love you, darling.
Love you, Angel Man. You take great care of yourself, and Dinky-Doo, love to John as well.
I will do. You take care.
Dinky-Doo, la la. That's our Davy. He's away. Oh, hello, my lovelies. Hello, D. You don't need to look at the chat, Numpty, I meant to say. There we are. Evening, D. Have you got the fire on? Numpty Hood's complaining, D, that there's too much chit-chat and not enough about the show. But then Numpty Hood's always complaining. Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's Jerry.
Jerry, how are we?
How are you?
It's Jerry. I think I could see you on television and the start of the show, there's all these titles, and then you pop up and go, it's Jerry.
It's Jerry time.
How are we?
Oh, very good. Just not got a present in, but do you know any cheap shops in the...
Oh, stacks of cheap shops. I've never been into an expensive one, yes.
Well,
yes, I mean, you've got your pound shops.
Right. No, I don't like them, Scottie.
Well, it depends. You see, people don't know this. And poor Diana, when she joined the royal family, she was invited to her first Christmas at Sandringham. And she'd bought beautiful silk scarves for them and all that kind of stuff, right? And she didn't realise that on Christmas Day, they gave each other the cheapest thing they could find.
Aye, that's why they've got one.
You know, so maybe Prince Philip would have got a whoopee cushion or something.
Oh, well, that would be really good one at the Queen.
You know, it's all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think he would risk that, but you know what I mean?
Exactly. But, that's it. I'm still out in this cold in the capital as well.
What are you doing in the cold in the capital?
Well, I can't go into too much detail.
Right.
But,
no, don't go into detail. I'm not prying. I just wondered what on earth are you doing out in the cold? Because you need to keep your chest covered.
Well, of course,
because you're a professional.
I'm sitting with McCLUE, just ready to take her home.
Absolutely. You're a professional. You need to be going la 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 la.
Oh, I'll tell you, a couple of weeks ago you had me in fits of laughter. Like some of the stories you're telling me.
Oh, there was some great fun. I mean, I'm telling you, Jerry, trust me, this is taking off big style.
Big style.
People come on, they go, excuse me, you've only got 11 people on your... I say, excuse me, 2,600 likes already.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? These idiots don't understand how it works.
What's that one you threw in a blanket? What was that you called again?
What was that one?
That's the one you just stay the night, mate. And I'll just throw a blanket in the flare.
Oh, throw a blanket in the flare. That's a shaky doon.
Shaky doon.
To give somebody. So if you were staying at mine, say we'd been out and we'd had a light refreshment, and you say, I'll never get home the night. I said, listen, you're staying at mine. I'll give you a shaky doon.
I just love that.
And in the morning you wake up going,
you're still shaking it.
I'm all dry here. Well, I'm going to get you a cup of tea. Did you sleep all right? Aye, kind of bits and pieces. I think I must have had about an hour. You say you've had 6 hours.
That's what happens. So it's good to chat, and also to all the people who say Merry Christmas and Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo and Merry Christmas. Lovely to hear you, Jerry, and all the very best, son. Top man. That's our Jerry. There we are. Yes, 8 o'clock. I'm up at 6, Scottie. Right. What we'll do from... Shall we do it from tomorrow or shall we do it from Monday? We'll try the show at 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. Because we're now at show 101. And it's because it's the internet. Ali says, you getting tired? No, Ali, I'm not getting tired. Well said, Jenny. Yes, try 8. I'm up at 6, Scottie. Well, I'm up, you see, about 5:30 myself. Get Scottie McCLUE in the airwaves. Scottie needs to be heard by the nation. Eddie Doyle, you are 100% correct. Guys, can you go to the bottom of the YouTube channel and you'll see an arrow, and that arrow is for sharing it. Share this right now. Everybody on TikTok, get following. That's what it's all about. Right, who have we got here? A Yaluna Raquine, I'm a Loon Ken. For that silly question. Now, here we are. Going to say hi to Numpty Head. Pesky blinders. I was in hospital for an operation. So there we are, says David. And my twin sister felt the pain. Wow. There we are. Today, Dinky-Doo, and 8 o'clock, Zulu, says JD Cricket. Are you talking to me in radio speak? Someone's got to take up on my topic. I remember the old Scottie McCLUE said no one would ever tone him down. What happened? Well, we've not been toned down, Numpty Head. Come on, girls. Susan D, let's hear your voices. So there we go. What we got here? Stop the chit-chat. Why don't you, says Brian, have set days for questions and no general chit-chat? But it'd be hard to please. Professor Numpty Head says, D, you are a bully, constantly criticising me. You should be sent doing the Swanee. You wish, Numpty, says D. Scottie, I watched a guy who camped in a cave in Aberdeen. The cave was supposed to be haunted. It's on YouTube. Try to get round to watch it. I'll have a look at that, Pablo. I can tell you. You can't do an 8 p.m. show. Think of the watershed. Yeah, but Numpty Head, apart from you, nobody's ever said anything out of order. I agree with what, Susan? So there we are. Dinky-Doo. Jerry. Fantastic. Now, can we not have the personalization on here? Thank you, Jerry. Scottie, so we are talking on Molly Weir last night. Molly was in the film Whiskey Galore. Was she, David? Now, I don't think I was aware of that. And that's something I should be aware of. I can tell you. George Bradley, I can't thank you enough for following. Guys, can everybody follow my Scottie McCLUE on the TikTok? There we are. And also on the YouTube channel, which you'll see on the TikTok biography at the start. If you can go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, that would be fantastic. So let's get some subscribers on the YouTube channel right now tonight. 8 p.m. tomorrow. Right. The phone-in from tomorrow night, Saturday night, is 8 p.m. Okay? Have we got that? Big change. We'll see how it goes. Everybody happy with that? Follow everybody. Yes, get following on the TikTok and get subscribing to the YouTube channel. There we are. Fantastic stuff. And also get sharing on the YouTube. If you can click share, that would be brilliant. Thank you very much. Yes, just a bit part. All right, David. I'll have another look. There's lots of interesting things. Yes. Scottie, do you think the USA should intervene if China should launch an attack on Twain? Where's Twain? Right? Or Australia. Where's Twain? Is Molly Weir still alive? I don't think so, Angela. I think Molly will be gone by now, but she was a lovely, lovely lady. Very healthy and fit. She used to say, I eat wholemeal bread. And she also did adverts on the television. And she wrote a lovely, lovely book about, Scotland. Shoes for Sunday. Shoes for Sunday. There we are. Taiwan. Oh, Taiwan. Right. Okay. So should the USA intervene if China should launch an attack on Taiwan or Australia? Well, Australia is more British orientated, isn't it? So there we are. There's full stop 1,000 going straight down the Swanee for being a complete half-witted, dirty, filthy midden. There he goes. Gone. That's it. Lovely. No, Molly died a few years ago, says David. Right. Full stop 1,000 needs to learn that you never, ever, 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 ever troll Scottie McCLUE, and you never, ever, ever troll anybody with stuff like that. They are clashing with Strictly Scottie. Sky Plus, the missus will leave me. Well, chat 55, it might be a bit thin in the ground to start with, but let's try it. You see what I mean? I know that what we've got here with the internet phone-in is a winner. I know that. So there we are. Molly did the flash ad, says Charlie. Absolutely fantastic. We'll not go into that. We'll not advertise. Jimmy's laughing his head off. Taiwan. Good one, Jimmy. Taiwan on. So there we are. Do you have any wise words? Yes, I do. For someone struggling with mental health issues. Psychoflix. Remember that mental health issues are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of staying strong for far too long. Now, how about that? Now, I would hope by the time you actually think about these words, you will think, wow, he's absolutely right. And that's what causes people to break down. They stay strong for far too long, and they carry too much of the world on their shoulders, always looking after other people. So a lot of people with mental challenges should be nurtured very carefully by the rest of us. Do you see? I'm sure in Irish Gaelic, a child with additional support needs is known as one of God's children. I think I'm right. Tell me, if you're Irish and you're watching, let us know. Sorry, Scottie. Bronchi, China won't attack Australia. There we are. It's just a bully from CU. I don't know what this is, guys. Getting a lot of nonsense here. Good chat, though. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Scottie, quick, it's David.
David.
There's nobody phoning in. It's now 9:37.
What do you mean there's nobody phoning in? We've been stowed out the door and stap at food since 9 o'clock.
Oh, of course, I understand that, but the last 10 minutes you've been speaking, I'm just wondering if everybody's happy. They should be phoning you in. Come on, ladies.
Yeah, they should be phoning. The ladies should be phoning in about the childbirth.
Yeah.
Because the men aren't much good with it because they haven't actually done it.
And where's the rest of the people like Kareem and stuff like that?
Absolutely. Well, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, I think we'll see.
Oh, Scottie, I can't phone in. Could I have people in tomorrow night?
You'll have people in tomorrow night. Well, listen, don't you worry because you'll be able to pick it up on the YouTube channel after, you know.
I know.
You know you can catch up with Scottie McCLUE.
Yes, we stream. I do all the time, yeah.
Yes, yeah, you can catch up.
Right. I shouldn't get a second call. It's new rules. So
you shouldn't get a second call, but we like you.
What, son?
You shouldn't get a second call, but we like you.
I know.
Do you remember Dick Emery said, "Oh, you are awful, but I like you."
You are awful. I used to watch that.
We used to whack them, remember? Oh, but I like you. I love these guys. These were genuine comedy. Benny Hill was another great one.
Oh, amazing, man.
You know, honestly, fantastic.
Superb. You know what I mean? Honestly. What was the other guy who died? Oh, I forget. Kenny Everett.
Oh, Kenny Everett. Oh, he was funny as well.
He was amazing.
He was funny. It was amazing. It was very good of the BBC to do his shows because they were very stuck up at the time, you know.
Well, weren't they? Stuck up. Oh,
aye.
My God, man. That's crazy.
DINKY-DOO, it's just me, Scottie says Harv.
Who?
And listen to this. In all my years, I've listened to you. That's the most genuine words ever. Chap 55, thank you.
Chat 55, there you go, Scottie.
There you go.
Honestly,
there's JD saying, cannot phone from Canada. Why not, JD?
See, I'm going to ask you a question. You're you call that a super vibe for computers. Why can't people from other countries phone?
I don't see why. The only thing would be they would need to check the cost with their package.
Right, okay.
But if you've got a sort of package that would allow you to phone, it'd be nice to take a call from Canada or America.
Oh, amazing. Toronto and all
yeah.
that. Oh, I know.
Now, Larry says 8 p.m. in what time zone? The time zone, Larry, because we've got everybody watching all around the world here right now, David.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Right?
So,
and I mean,
honestly,
8 p.m., so that would be in Greenwich Mean Time, GMT.
Yeah.
And David, this is show 101.
That's right, 101 shows.
101 shows we've done.
Brilliant. And Nation Radio didn't do that, the idiots.
No, they didn't. And I'll tell you something, what we need to do here, you know, we need to get the word out there. We don't want to be a canary farting down a mine shaft.
Yes, I understand what you say.
You know, everybody on YouTube and everybody on TikTok everybody with an internet connection should be getting right into this.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we go, I like lying on the floor. It's very comfortable.
Who said about, if you're getting a shaky doon? Listen.
Quite a lot in my life, and I got a good night's bloody sleep.
Wait till I tell you. Do you remember I told you when I went to Yorkshire, I lived in a caravan with a dog?
Right, tell me.
Right, lived in a caravan. Right, one of our wonderful customers gave me a caravan for a while. Then I got a hold of a house. Now the night I was to go, just before I was to go and get my furniture from Scotland to take it to Sheffield, I went up to this house and there wasn't a stick of furniture in it. And I just lay down on a bedroom floor and went sound asleep.
Right. There you go. It's easy done.
I think I put my jacket under my head.
It's also good for your back.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I woke a wee bit shivery in the morning, you know.
Jeez, I used to lie on my floor many times in my house right now, and I got a great night's sleep on the floor.
But I think if you put something under your head just to even up your spine with your neck.
And sometimes I thought it was better my bed.
Yes, that's right. The only thing is you had to be careful you don't sort of leap into it. The other thing is, do you remember these wee canvas camp beds?
Yes.
And when you rolled over to get your watch to see the time, the whole thing tipped up. And you fell out.
It's funny. I fell out of bed the other night and I screamed, "Oh my God!" And I don't have any clothes in bed. John ran into my room and said, "Are you okay?" I was lying amongst all the decorations.
Oh, you could do that. Wait till I tell you this. I had a double bed. I was used to a double bed. And I was staying at a friend's house one night and it was a wee single bed. And in the middle of the night, I woke myself up with this terrific bang. And there I was lying in the flare. And when I'd kind of recovered and got my wind back, I says to myself, "What are you doing, you stupid old fool?"
Don't have to pick me up when I felt embarrassed because I was naked, right?
Aye.
And I wanted to keep my dignity. Do you know what I mean?
I wondered what you're going to say there. Absolutely. You had to watch your dignity. But no, that's the stuff, you know.
I can't size bed, but I still bloody fell out.
It was wondering which end to pick you up with. But no, you do, Davey, and you get such a fright, you say, and then you do something silly like check the time.
Oh, seriously?
You go, "What time is it?" And you go, "Oh, it's 2:45. And then you tell yourself things like, "I thought it was later than that."
Oh, seriously, I was startled, really beyond belief. Do you know what I mean?
And then you go while you're awake, you go, "I think I'll just go for a pee anyway." You know, it's all that kind of nonsense. And then if you want to take it a step further, you go downstairs and put on the kettle. And then if you want to take it a step further, you have a chocolate biscuit.
That's right. And then maybe come in and watch a bit of TV back to body.
And then your partner comes in and goes, "What on earth are you doing?"
That's right. He's like, "Get to your bed.
Get to your bed." And then the next thing is they say, "Well, I might as well stay up and do a wee bit of ironing."
I get all that, but I fell on top of all the Christmas tinsels and all the baubles, but just as well the baubles didn't.
Oh, watch the bubbles. You don't want them to burst.
I know.
Because they're glass.
I honestly was dead stupid.
You be careful.
Do you know what I mean?
You be careful. But no, you've got all that nonsense. And then the other one is the sleeping bag. Do you remember the sleeping bag?
Oh, I love sleeping bags.
You get yourself, well, now they're not so bad. They've got a wee zip. But you used to have to kind of climb into it and then lie down.
I used to camp out in the 80s and the 90s.
You had to sugar your feet into the bottom.
Oh, yes, because I was camping in the Bluebell Woods, and then Bluebell was a drum chapel.
That's right, the Bluebell Woods, fantastic stuff. And then the other thing was, and before you went to sleep, your pal told a ghost story.
That was good.
Just to put the shakes up you, put the frighteners on you.
One morning we had a big holiday check in Bluebell Woods, and I seen a thing coming through the shade of the actual tent, and I think it could have been a fox, maybe a wild animal. Probably was
actually.
And I was supposed to start thinking, I'm not going out there because that might kill me.
Absolutely. I tell people, you say, I took a friend out, and I was walking the dog. I says, "Come on, walk the dog with me." And
Aye.
he says, oh, he says, I couldn't be about it now. I says, what are you worried about? I says, I'm about it
Aye.
night all the time, walking the dog.
Aye,
I
aye.
says, I'm sometimes walking the dog at 2, 3 in the morning. I says, you can
Yeah.
hear every stick crack.
Oh, aye.
And I
Yes,
mind
you
Lord
can.
Reith the Labrador. We went for a walk after the show and we're in the park. And these two
Right.
boys were walking through the park. We were drinking them, talking loudly, you know, and all this sort of stuff. And
Aye, aye.
suddenly a fox ran by and Lord Reith ran after it.
Oh,
And these two
aye,
boys
I
got
know.
such a fright. And I only could hear them going, oh, it's a duck man. Oh, it's a duck man. Oh,
Oh, my
no.
God.
What a
God.
fright I got. And I thought I'd better
Oh.
just keep quiet, you know.
Aye, we Lord Reith, eh?
And another time, Lord Reith goes up to a bench. I didn't see it was dark, and I was walking around the park, and he was doing stuff, and there was only the two of us in the park. I thought.
Drive by to speak to you.
Then wait till you hear this, Davy.
Mr. McCLUE.
Ah,
good evening.
John, how are we? Good evening. I was telling him a story there, and he handed the phone away. So he's no getting the bonus, John.
How are you, my friend?
Very well. Nice to hear you. How are things?
Yeah, okay, Scottie. Yeah.
Did you get that? Did you get that address down for the morning, Johnston Sound?
I've got it written down. Johnson Radio, is it?
Yeah, Johnston Sound Radio.
Right. I
And
used to work in Johnson when I know the buses.
Oh
Scottie,
well,
yeah.
you'll know exactly. You'll know all about it, John.
I know it. I know the castle and everything.
Aha, John's Castle,
Oh,
where we all the wee hussies round about. Did they not try to flog the castle a few years ago?
Oh, I don't think I got any buyers.
No,
Scottie.
you wouldn't, because the folk round about wouldn't like you.
It's one of these schemes there, you know, it's got a lot of bad, mention about it, but there's some fine people out there, Scottie. You know?
Oh, there's lovely people up there, but there's the history of the castle might be a bit dark.
Right. Aye.
You know,
There's lovely people through there.
and the folk would get annoyed if you restored the old castle and you were in there giving it la, you know, they'd be a bit daft.
Yeah, is that an attraction in Scottie? Do you know?
I don't know. It was very interesting to see it, this very ancient castle surrounded by these lovely wee Scottish hussies.
Scottish, that's right, yeah.
You know?
It's actually quite a big estate, you know, when you come up the main road.
And I think they'll be quite good quality build. I think they'll be double skin brick, are they not?
Scottie, I used to drive the bendy buses right up around that scheme, and it's amazing how they got around it. Do you know what I mean?
Good for you. That's a great skill. It really is.
Well, it is. It's just a job. It's not very good. Do you know what I mean?
No, but I wonder why somebody doesn't visit the schemes and explain to the half-witted idiots, if you damage a bus, the company will take the service away and Granny and Auntie Fanny will no get to the bingo. And I wouldn't like to be in your shoes if that happens.
If we had a wee bump on the buses, Scottie, they were quite bad. The companies, you know, the other companies I work for, they were very quick to blame the driver. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, yes, but you don't want that. No. There should be none of that.
Well, there should. That's the way it is, Scottie. Well, the companies I work for, I'm not going to name any companies.
John, I'll tell you a lovely story. I had a friend one time and he was a wee bit kind of socially conscious, you know. And I drove into a big scheme by accident. And I says to him, oh, God, we'll need to get out of here as soon as possible, right? Now, wait till I tell you this. He took it personally and goes, what do you mean? I was brought up in a scheme like this. I said, the reason I'm saying is the way the schemes are set out, you'll need to go all the way around to get back out again.
That's right.
I says, that's all I'm saying, so get the chip off your shoulder.
It sounds like a bag of chips.
Oh, he had a fish supper and his shooter, you know. I was brought up. I says, I'm not saying about that. You need to get out the scheme or you'll end up going all the way around.
Ever since I was a wee boy, so we've always been passing the buses, and it was one of my first jobs when I came to Glasgow. And see, when you're in the training school, after you come out that, it's, you know, they treat you like royalty when you get trained, but when you're out and about in a bus, it's, honest to God, it's quite bad the way they're on it, I think.
Fantastic. Jerry's saying good vibes, by the way, John.
Good vibes, okay. And who's that, James?
Good vibes.
Good vibes, yeah.
Yeah, so they're loving your chat.
Brings up loads of good vibes.
Listen, what we'll do, John, I need to chin you about the buses at some point. We'll find out all about it if you had any Gardner diesels. Love it.
Yeah.
Top man.
Scottie.
Love to you guys.
The boss okay?
You're brilliant. Bless you both. Dinky-Doo. See you, Lala. There we are. That's your Davy and John.
Hi,
Oh,
Scottie.
he's still on. Hello.
That was a good chat with John. Yeah, I'm really proud of him. He's coming to his wee show, you know.
He's coming his wee shell. He's fantastic. He was very. I was about to get stuck in. I says I'll chin him about the buses at some point, and we'll get all the chat. You know.
Wonderful, Scottie.
He says I better pass you back to the boss. He says.
Do you know what? People be shouting, "Just take it off."
No, they'll not. Wait till I tell you this. I've just had good vibes from Jerry.
Right.
He's
right,
loving it
one-
because your calls
right.
are great calls. You see,
Yeah,
Davey,
yeah.
it doesn't need to be about anything in particular.
Yes, I'll understand all that. Oh, yes.
I think one of the
Thank
great
you,
strengths, I think one of the great strengths of our phone in here is that we can chat about anything.
Oh, yes, of course.
You know?
I mean, and I went to a friend, he wanted to buy you a boiler. Remember that last week?
Hey, what about this? The boiler, yes.
Well, Scottie, don't take offence. I know you want that person really respects you. He did say genuinely he wants to buy you a boiler. If he wants to do that, that'd be okay. But you got to be maybe embarrassed. I don't know.
Well, no. I just felt I didn't want him paying out. He'd already paid out 15 quid and 20 quid the night before.
That's correct. And that guy was wonderful.
And I didn't want him spending, a boiler's probably about $1,000. I thought, oh, for goodness
sake. I understand that's a lot of bloody
oh,
money.
my God.
Oh,
you know, you can only dream of that kind of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could indeed, Scottie, son. I know, son. Well, by the way, talk about that. I've been flooding on my bank card.
Oh, now.
I've been fighting my company to get my money back, and they said you'll get my money back within 5 or 7 days. And I said that's unacceptable.
Yes.
Keep on to our manager right now, and I'm waiting a call back sometime tonight.
Right. Well, talking of your bank card, I never thanked you for all your generosity.
That's fine, my son.
I saw it come up the other day, and I thought, what on earth is this man? He'll bankrupt himself.
Your Uncle Scottie.
Uncle Scottie. No, it's so good because it all helps, Davey, and we're going to buy more equipment.
Yes, that's amazing.
Wait till you hear this, Davey. Tell me what you think. Bronchi says, see, Scottie, your numbers are going up now. It's 10 p.m. I wouldn't bother starting at 8. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Well, Scottie, well, right, there you go. Somebody said don't 8 p.m.
Well, why don't we try the 8 p.m.?
Right, okay.
And if it doesn't work, we'll go back. It's our show.
Right.
It's not my show, or it's not the Kunsel show. It's our show. It's our show. Do you know what I mean? It's not Boris's. I mean, this is not a party.
No, it's not a party. It's just a great.
This is just a get together with everybody in the world. That's not a party.
That's exactly, son.
You see, I say, and we're socially distancing because some of us are in Canada and some of us are in Drumchapel.
Yes, that's correct.
Now that's socially distancing, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
Yes, and we don't need a mask because unless we're standing close to our internet connection.
Of course, I'm in Knightswood, as you know, but
I might dump this Blackie the Bull here. He goes, stop shouting. I mean, how dare he?
You're not shouting.
I'm not shouting. I'm speaking up.
You always like that. I'm the same. I was brought up in a loud environment.
Yes.
You think you're shouting, but you're not.
I was thinking today, Davey, our family, we talked. It was brilliant.
Aye.
And people used to come in for a chat.
Aye, of course.
You know?
Yeah. And it's not shouting. I talk loud as well.
Yes.
I can hear. I talk a lot. Even in the chemist last week, I said to the pharmacist, "What's happened to my medication?" She said, "Don't you shout at me."
Aye. And you should have said to her, "Don't you shout at me."
You know what I mean? And I'm sick of the pharmacists because they're getting all wrong.
That's like the guy, Davey, that had tons and tons of debt, right? And this guy phoned up shouting at him for money. He goes, see, if you don't stop shouting, you'll not even go in the list.
That's super. We're not shouting. We're actually a wee bit also maybe a wee bit sicky people who being smart as well. You know what I mean?
Aye. So that's it. There's Jimmy says, you're not shouting, Scottie. Same old, says Jim Cook. Absolutely, Jim. There's Chris Grant has sent me £1.99. I bet you sent me £2. Chris, thank you very much. That's a thumbs up to you, Chris Grant, and thank you.
Brilliant. Of course. I mean, my fraud team from my bank owed me £101 plus 89 pence.
Right, well, they'd better get that paid, or you can phone them up and say, see, if you don't stop this, I'll phone Scottie McCLUE.
Honestly, and I want to phone out to the company who's frauded me through an online selling company.
Yes.
You know, and Scottie, as I said, and it says, well, we'll give your money back by 5 or 7 days. And I said, no, I want to speak to a manager now.
Yes. I want to put me through to somebody intelligent.
Oh, it's terrible, Scottie. You know what I mean? I better let you go.
Blackie the Bull is now saying, get the wax out of your ears. Should we dump him?
I dump him.
Dump him. Yeah, we'll dump him. There we go. We'll ban him. Give him a lifetime ban. Doing the Swanee with Blackie the Bull. There he goes. He's gone. He's away. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I think I blocked the wrong one.
Oh, did you? Did you? Did you block the wrong one?
I think I blocked the wrong one. Wait a wee minute now. I need to see if I can get him back.
Oh,
yeah, we'll get him back. Not to worry about that. There we go.
Right. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, Dinky-Doo. What a carry on. I'll tell you, I shouldn't be out knowing. I shouldn't be touching any of the switches here.
Oh, my
Blackie the Bull. Wait a minute. What have we got here? Right. I'll see if I can unblock this guy.
Right.
I don't know if you can. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
I don't know if you can. We'll have to have a look. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. Pablo, I might have blocked Pablo.
Oh, you're joking.
I know.
Oh, no, Scottie, no. Pablo will laugh at this. It's a mistake.
Oh, no. So there we are. Wait till we see. We'll see what's happened. We'll see if we can get him back. Hang on. Might be able to do it this way.
This is so funny, what a comedian
Oh,
show.
what a carry on. There we are.
Right.
There we are. That's fantastic. Right. I think we should be all right now. I think he's back.
Right, he's back.
Right. We've only blocked him for 5 minutes now.
Right. Pablo, you okay?
He'll be okay for 5 minutes.
Pablo, we didn't mean it. We're sorry.
We didn't mean it. We're very sorry. It was David made me do it by accident. Because I was laughing so much at what he was saying. My hand slipped. So there were 5 minutes. Everybody's okay for 5 minutes, David. Do you know what I mean? You know, people used to say, is there any chance you could pick us up? And they would say, are you okay for 5 minutes? What that means is we'll be there in half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour. Do you know what I mean?
Half an hour.
A bit later.
What about the taxi's on its way?
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, no, I'm not even ready yet.
Taxi's on its way. You can block them like lightning, says Chat 55. I'm going to have to dash from the TikTokers. You stay there, Davey.
Right, okay, right.
TikTokers, we're going to have to let you go, you beautiful people. What a fantastic night tonight. That's the TikTokers going. They're away. They are amazing. So they had to go. But no, what we'll do is, now, what do you think about 8 o'clock tomorrow?
Right, that's okay. As I said, I'll be Martin in tomorrow. Here we go again.
Right, well, Charlie's saying to me, tell him to turn down his voice thing.
Yeah, what is Scottie?
Charlie's saying to tell Blackie the Bull that was cheeking up to turn down his kit.
Oh, his kit's right, a bit strange. What's the kit about?
Turn his kit down, his receiving kit, his broadcasting kit.
Oh, his broadcasting kit, right. Goodness me. John, what are you asking Scottie now, quick? He's got to leave TikTok before he leaves his show. TikTok goes about 2 minutes before.
TikTok, you can't go over the hour on TikTok, or you can't upload it.
You're not allowed. John's a wee bit daft, you know.
He'll give you what for. You'll not get a hot chocolate. I love you guys. Take great care of yourselves, and we'll say Dinky-Doo, what a fabulous show tonight.
Dinky-Doo, Scottie.
Dinky-Doo, Lala, Toronto. There we are. We're out of time, folks. Bye-bye, Lala. That's us. Bye, Lala. There we go. Fantastic. That's your Davy. What a character. Guys, we're right out of time. This is Scottie McClue saying Dinky-Doo to every one of you. 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Ta-ra, lads.